Psalm 113 has these verses in it. Praise, O servants of the Lord, praise the name of the Lord. Let the name of the Lord be praised both now and forevermore. From the rising of the sun to the place where it sets, the name of the Lord is to be praised. Well, this is Thanksgiving week, and of course, that's a great verse for us to keep in mind each and every day, but especially at Thanksgiving. Well, hi, I'm John Kuert, the interim pastor at Alpha Assembly in Clarion, Pennsylvania. Thanks for joining me once again for another heart-to-heart talk. And I hope that as I share today, that there would be a reminder of the fact that we are to give thanks, and not just at this time of the year, but all year long. Well, Rudyard Kipling was a great writer and a poet whose writings we've all enjoyed. Unlike many old writers, Kipling was one of the few who had opportunity to enjoy his success while he lived. He also made a great deal of money at his trade. Well, one time a newspaper reporter came up to him and said, "Mr. Kipling, I just read that somebody calculated that the money you make from your writings amounts to over $100 a word." Well, Mr. Kipling raised his eyebrows and said, "Really? I certainly wasn't aware of that." So the reporter cynically reached down into his pocket and pulled out a $100 bill and gave it to Kipling and said, "Here's a $100 bill, Mr. Kipling. Now, you give me one of your $100 words." Well, Mr. Kipling looked at the $100 bill for a moment and took it and folded it up, put it in his pocket, and said, "Thanks." Well, he's right. The word thanks is certainly a $100 word. In fact, I would say it's more like a $1,000,000 word. It's one word that is too seldom heard and too rarely spoken and too often forgotten. If we would all adopt an attitude of thanksgiving into our lives and the people around us would be changed. We would savor each day. And if any people ought to be thankful to God and grateful for his goodness, it ought to be all of us in America. We really, truly are blessed. And at Thanksgiving and all year long, we have so many reasons to be filled with gratitude. If you have food in your refrigerator, clothes on your back, and a roof overhead, and a place to sleep, you are richer than 75% of the people in this world. If you have money in the bank, or in your wallet, or spare change in a dish someplace, you are among the top 8% of the world's most wealthy. If you woke up this morning with more health and illness, you're more blessed than the millions who will not survive this week. If you've never experienced the danger of battle, the loneliness of imprisonment, the agony of torture, or the pangs of starvation, you are ahead of 500 million people in the world. If you can attend church meetings without fear of harassment or arrest or torture or death, you are more blessed than 3 billion people, and it might even be more than that, in the world. Sure, there are things wrong. We all have problems. We all have trials and valleys. But we have to keep in mind, and we have to have the right perspective always. Because without that, we can become bitter, and we can become critical. Of all the people, we should feel most blessed. And at Thanksgiving and all year long, we have so many reasons to be filled with gratitude. And not just thanking him for what he's done, but also praising him for who he is. Throughout the Psalms, we're directed to do both, praising and giving thanks. We're exhorted to do that, and we are shown by example to do that. Praise and thanksgiving are so basic and simple, but at the same time so powerful. Psychologists today tell us that sincere gratitude and thanksgiving is the healthiest of all human emotions. Hans Selye, who is considered the father of stress studies, has said that gratitude produces more positive emotional energy than any other attitude in life. Wow. So let's do it. Let's produce some of that positive emotional energy by being grateful and by giving thanks and by being positive to others and thinking about the positive things, not the bad things. Well, that's it for today, and hope that you'll join me again very soon. I try to do these at least a few times a week, these heart-to-heart talks, these messages that come from my heart to your heart. And I would also like to invite you to come to our church services at Alpha Assembly, 499 Grand Avenue Extension in Clarion, Pennsylvania. You can check out our website at alphaag.org, or you can go to our Facebook page, find out more about us. But we would love to have you. This past Sunday, we had a Thanksgiving celebration. We had a friend day, and we had a larger crowd than usual. And then afterward, we had a Thanksgiving dinner like you would not believe. So anyway, join us. We have a great time there at the church. We have a great worship team, and we have really sweet fellowship, and I try to bring a relative message every week. So God bless you. Have a great day, and Lord willing, we'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.